Hello everyone, so this is the layout for our pencil case project. First and foremost we have our front cover, and we just have two photos up and down, okay, top and bottom of just two generic pencil cases. More specifically, this is our brief, okay, so this is something that you will need to write out word for word on your second page. Okay, your third page. Your third page is going to be analysis of the brief, which is copy and pasting the brief in, highlighting the most important words, which I thought were important. You might maybe add some more important words onto it, and you need to define them. So that is literally maybe 1 page to maybe 1.5 pages, okay, which is situated here on the left hand side. Okay, so if we can just draw our attention to here. So school stationery, and define it. School resource, okay, define it. A storage unit, define it. Compact, define. Handcrafted joints, selection of materials, and high standard of finish. All those have to be defined. Okay, that is you analyzing, okay, your wording of your brief. Your next thing is your investigation research, which we're going to look over here. And we first of all, okay, we'll take a look, okay, at, I suppose, generic storage compartments and units. While we go down through these designs, we should be getting a fair idea of, you know, what ideas we might maybe like to bring into our own. Okay. Now, we haven't talked about any pencil case here so far. We're just looking, okay, at storage units. Okay, what is stored in them, different colors, different functions, different materials that they're made from. So they're my first three. This is my second page here of investigation research, and that's usually what I'm going to do there, is just situate them in such a way that you can just have them left and right, okay, one another. Just looks nicer. What I do want you to do is I do want you to write, okay, a sentence or two describing this image, okay. So for example, this image, you might have to make it smaller, start writing underneath it. You could just simply say, I really like this idea because of how the pencils are held, okay. Okay, and maybe you could bring that maybe into your own project, okay. So I know this is done in Word, and you're kind of limited really on where you want to put your pieces, but you could also do it on slides, okay. You could do it on Google Slides, and that way you could put a little text box here to the right of it, okay. But look, Word is also perfect too. So 1 to 2 sentences underneath it. What you might have to do is you might have to resize your image, because if you're going to put 2 sentences underneath each one, it will take up quite a bit of room. Okay, so tell me what you liked about it. Can you use it in your design? How, and you know, how would you maybe how would you introduce it into your project? Suppose, for example, what we have here is, you can see I really like this design because of the roundness on the sides. It's really intriguing, and it draws your attention straight away to the project. That's the type of annotation I'm looking for. This project, you could say, I really like this design also. I like the way, okay, you can, I suppose, modify it to your liking. This is burnt on, okay, probably done using a laser. It could also be done maybe using, okay, a pyrographer, which is a burner. But more importantly, you just have to say, I really like this design because it can be personalized as shown in the photo to, okay, a person's name. Okay, this is something totally different. It's the lids. There's a lot of work on that. That would take quite a lot of time, but again, it's something that you could do in your project. Okay, you could say, this is really, really intriguing because it has a very organic look to it. This one especially. Moving on, we've got a penknife holder. We've got a little book. Okay, it looks like it's supposed to be look like a book, but it's also got you know, a wood top, a wood bottom, a wood end piece, two little side pieces on the side here, and then an insert that goes in and out. I think that could be a little leather magnet. Okay, but again, just looking at the different woods, you can see the finger joints are really highlighted here, okay, on that one. And then we're kind of focusing on our last kind of project here, okay, which is this one. So you can notice that I didn't give this photo straight away. You know, at the very start, I had to maybe make you kind of wonder and look, okay, about all the different types, okay, that we saw before we landed on our feet. Okay, I like this idea. I like the way it's, you know, it's cut like that, and it just slots together very nicely. Okay, and that's our design, which is that one. Then instead of looking at maybe other ones, you can see that I think these are two different types of wood on the outside, and you can just have a tiny little notch just to catch your nail or your finger to pull it in and out. This is something that I saw online, very nice. It's not a real photo, it's obviously a CAD photo. It's still nice to bring it in and just show the different types of, I suppose, drawing softwares that are used, okay, to illustrate an artifact like that. This is another lovely idea. Okay, you've got a couple, okay, of musical notes, okay, inserted on the top of that pencil case, which is done very nicely, and it could be done very easily by yourself if, okay, you like music also. Okay, so I literally just want you to give me one sentence, okay, why you chose it, what you liked about it, okay, and could you bring it into your project, and how could you bring it into your project, okay? So you're looking at 1 to 2 sentences underneath each photo, okay? Your design evolution, you have these sketches done, you're simply just emailing them to yourself, okay, copying and pasting, and put them into a Word document. So that's my first design, second design, third design, and then joint design, okay? Probably should have about 5 designs. I cut it very short, but I think you can get the whole idea around where we're coming from. Start basic, slowly modify it, okay, and then move on. That's our joint design then at the very end, okay, here, okay, on the left hand side. So if I can have your attention on the left hand side, over here. So we have 2 pieces that are just butted in, okay, that's the exploded view of the 2 pieces. We have 4 options, 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. A butt, a mitre, a dowel, okay, and a finger joint. You still need to research, you still need to sketch them out, okay. This is something that I've done on the board. It probably should be done, okay, on your pen and paper, okay, pencil and paper, okay, sketched, and also maybe a tiny bit of colouring, tiny bit of yellow to show your grain. Your last final page, okay, is an Unshaped model assembly. This is screenshotted when you have the whole assembly, okay, together. So I'm just going to go into my Unshaped now, okay, which is here. And all I literally done was I went to my model, I zoomed in on what view I wanted. For example, we'll say here, and I just pressed, okay, Control, Alt, and print screen, okay, on my laptop. If I wanted a different view, I could go to that. I could go to here, okay, again, press F and zoom in. Okay, so I'm using my zoom button for that to zoom in. Okay, get your different views, whatever views you want. Okay, when you get your views, you then will go into Paint. You then will put it into Paint, okay, by pressing Paste. And when you put it into Paint, you can then select, okay, what size you want by simply just going from here to here. And that's all I've done. Right click, copy, go into my Word document. I'm going to go into that now. And what I'll do is I'll go onto a new page, which is here, and I'll just paste this in just to show you, okay, how it comes in. Okay, so it's after coming in like that. I probably would resize it, okay, and for some reason, okay, it's underlined, so I'm just going to go up to my underline and hit off it like that. Okay, so that's that view. Looks lovely. So that's what I want you to do. Okay, delete that and delete that. Okay, so if I just zoom out, okay, on all my pages, okay, they are all my pages there now. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pages. Okay, as you can see, my investigation research, I went on a bit long with it. You know, 4 pages would be enough there. Okay, but it's still good to get those images in and start writing about them. Okay, so all in all, I would like you to complete that for the next day. Thank you for looking at this simple little tutorial. Thank you, okay, and take care.